안녕하세요. What is up, Ducks Quack Quack? David.
Today we are discussing the voting process BTS will go through in their journey to winning the Grammys. And the possibilities of them taking one home.
Yay!
Before we go on to that, do I hear an ad coming?
Woo! Sponsored.
Before we go on, this video is sponsored by Grammarly. You guys have heard of Grammarly before, right?
Grammarly.
It's all over the internet.
And by users worldwide, the browser extension has been downloaded over 10 million times and it has over 30 million daily users. Grammarly is your personal digital writing assistant. Anyone can click the link in the description to download Grammarly browser extension, and all you have to do is click the install button. And Grammarly will check all of your comments and emails, posts, and essays.
So basically everything. So David, are you using Grammarly right now?
Actually, yes, I tried it out, and the script of this video is actually written using Grammarly.
Now, I used to use the free version, but now I use Grammarly Premium, and it is way more detailed. It's like having my own English teacher revising my work. Grammarly Premium helps you look professional by keeping your writing concise and effective, expands your vocabulary, and replaces the boring and bland words with more exciting, memorable, and effective ones. Grammarly also uses AI to rewrite full sentences to improve clarity and to cut out unnecessary words. There is also a plagiarism detector that is only available in the Grammarly editor. It checks your writing across 16 billion web pages. That is amazing, and make sure your writing is entirely your own.
So to download the free browser extension, go to Grammarly.com, and if you want the premium version, trust me, it's worth it. Invest in yourself. Grammarly saves time, gives you a boost of confidence, and makes you sound professional. So thank you, Grammarly, for sponsoring this video, and let's go back to where we were.
First things first, news broke out that BTS has submitted for 7 different categories at the Grammys when Natalie Nicole, a songwriter and Recording Academy voting member who has voting rights at the Grammys, revealed the information on October 17th. According to her, they submitted Dynamite for Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Best Music Video, Best Pop Duo Group Performance, and Map of the Soul 7 for Album of the Year and Best Engineered Album and Best Pop Vocal Album. That makes it 7.
Get all of them.
Submissions. So that's a special lucky number for BTS, many different ways. Now, to go into the details of what these categories intend to award, I'll go one by one. Song of the Year recognizes song's composition. It goes to songwriters who made the track, not the artists themselves, unless they were part of the songwriting process, and it focuses purely on the songwriting. Record of the Year, on the other hand, gives out to the recording of the songs, meaning all artists, producers, engineers who were contributing to the song are awarded with that. And the final recording is considered in this category. Best Music Video Award is pretty straightforward. It's given to producers and performers who had the best music video of that year. Best Pop Duo Group Performance goes to the best pop recordings that feature a duo or a group performance like BTS, limited to singles or tracks only. And the award goes to the performing artist. The Album of the Year, finally, is considered the most prestigious award in the Grammys, and it is awarded to the artist as well as the producers and engineers that have taken part in the album that is awarded. And the Best Engineered Album Award is not presented to the artist but to the audio engineers who have worked on the Best Engineered Album of that year. And finally, Best Pop Vocal Album goes to the Best Pop Album of the Year.
Okay.
Awarded to the artists as well as the producers and engineers if they worked on more than half of the album. Another possible album, wow, we got a lot of awards here that BTS is eligible for, is the nomination for the Best New Artist. Now, this has been a pretty controversial category throughout the history of the awards. Previously, artists had to release no more than 30 tracks commercially throughout their careers to have been eligible for this award. However, this year they abolished the song limit completely and decided to award it to artists who had their breakthrough year, meaning, BTS, they're 80-year-old veterans, but they could still technically win the award because this year they really broke through to the
Right.
American mainstream with their song Dynamite.
To be eligible to vote, you must be a Recording Academy voting member by A, being credited on 12 physical or digital tracks currently available for purchase, with at least one track in the past 5 years. B, have 6 credits on commercially released tracks currently available for sale and distributed through physical distribution outlets such as record stores with at least one track in the past 5 years. C, have won a Grammy before.
Okay, that's hard.
D, get an endorsement from a current voting member.
That's also hard.
Yeah. Now, if you meet any one of these criteria, you can pay $100 yearly to vote for the Grammys.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Actually, reading this, I'm wondering why armies have not thought of the idea of just releasing commercial tracks to get voting rights in the Grammys. I think that'll be the next level for them. Releasing 6 tracks commercially, anybody can do that. Honestly, it's not very hard. You can find yourself a distributor very easy on the internet nowadays. So maybe that can be the next step for armies. Just giving you guys an idea.
Okay.
Now, there are a few steps deciding the winner of the Grammys. Once the artist has submitted their work, they must go through a screening process. The artist's work is determined by more than 350 experts to make sure that they have been submitted to the right category. This is not a judgment on the music's quality, but rather to make sure, you know, a rock album doesn't end up in a reggae category and vice versa. So it's just purely for sorting purposes.
Okay.
Now, after the screening comes the first round of voting, and the voting members can vote up to 15 different categories, plus the big 4, the 4 general field ones: Record of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist. Everybody can vote for that, and then they have 15 different categories they can vote on top of that. Now, they are advised to vote in fields that they are experts at, and, you know, not just throw some random votes. But 15 is a lot,
Yeah.
right? Do you know 15 different music genres? No. So that's a very big amount. Now, the top 20 entries in each category are then sent to a nomination review committee. The review committee consists of a few select panels between 13 to 20 something number. They aren't really clear about that. These are experts in their respective fields. They conduct a vote to decide the final 5 nominees that will be in the Grammys. Now, the final round of voting is again conducted similar to the first round by all Recording Academy voting members, but with only the 5 final nominees being eligible to be selected. Once this all ends, the final winner is announced at the Grammy Awards.
Easy peasy. So the Grammy specifically states that popularity and chart rankings are not considered for nominations and winners. Still, it does work in BTS's benefit, as they definitely have way more name recognition to the voters than ever before.
That's true.
That's a fact.
And that's a fact.
On to the discussion. Question number 1. What are the odds of BTS winning in the Big 4 category?
Okay.
Meaning Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, Best New Artist.
You go first.
Why?
I would like to hear your
No,
opinions.
you go first.
I think they have a pretty low chance of winning record, song, or album of the year. Those 3. T? So Grammy voters have historically been pretty unfavorable towards boy bands. Backstreet Boys,
For what
NSYNC.
reason?
Some people call them snobs. Some
Conservative.
people call them. I think a lot of times, you know, big pop stars. Maybe they think they're too commercial.
Okay.
So they don't like that. There could be a lot of reasons. But Backstreet Boys, One Direction, they never won a Grammy. In fact, One Direction never even got a nomination. So if we consider that, I think the odds are against them. Grammys have never been really favorable towards non-English songs ever. Despacito, the biggest song of 2017, was not acknowledged in the Grammys.
Okay.
And also, I think the last time a non-English song won the Big 4 is in 1964. So that's like 60 years.
Okay.
The odds are against them to win, you know, Record of the Year, Album of the Year, or Song of the Year. But Best New Artist, I think is a different story.
Okay.
BTS, I think it's hard to call them Best New Artists. They're 8 years old.
yeah.
This year they made that impact. I think this is like
in American terms.
this is like a historical moment for an Asian artist to have made such strides in the American mainstream.
Yep.
And I think people voting for the Grammys would have that in mind. Some are even saying Blackpink might be
Really?
getting
Why not?
or nomination.
Yeah, why
for
not?
it.
The more the better.
I have my hopes on Best New Artist and then maybe Best Pop Duo.
Yeah, I'm
group.
voting for that too.
Yeah, you're voting?
Yeah, I'm voting. I'm actually a secret member of the Grammy Academy. I think there's a higher chance for best group and duo than new artist because new artist
is a tough category.
doesn't really like make sense to me. But
I
don't know.
It would be pretty controversial.
For group and duo, I think they have a chance, and
right.
I think they have a higher chance because it's 2020, and looking at the social context
Right.
these days, look at the Academy Awards and like Parasite and all, and that was a very big achievement for a Korean movie in a
Right.
very global award ceremony. And also, I think it was the Academies, but they changed the criteria recently, and they put a lot of clauses and criteria for like diversity and globalness and stuff like that.
The Grammys?
No, Academies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Academies are very prestigious and very,
Right.
authoritative award ceremony too. So, I think they have similar aspects with the Grammys. And I think the Grammys, they've been receiving a lot of feedback here and there from the global community. So, yeah, the American market is becoming more diverse within the past few years. It's time for the Grammys to change if they are not intending to change. So BTS might be that breakthrough point, and I wish they will win one of the major awards.
One issue, one hurdle that they'll have to overcome is Dynamite is super commercial poppy.
Yeah.
It's like
That's why I said I don't know about Dynamite.
it's mainstream times 100. Like they were going full out. And I feel like a lot of times Grammy voters, they don't like that.
Yeah, I got that impression too.
They're not appreciative of the mainstream stuff. Best new artist last year, Billie Eilish.
Yeah, obviously. So
I mean, she's commercial. She's poppy.
She's commercial,
but she's not poppy.
Poppy,
you know what I mean?
Poppy.
Like her
Music
album
was-
itself was pretty experimental.
Yeah.
Whereas BTS's Dynamite, which is their breakthrough track to America, like true mainstream breakthrough track, is poppy. So I think that'll definitely work against BTS in voting, but at the same time, they have the name recognition now, so at least it'll be in consideration more than before.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to ask you is, do you think a win at the Grammys, Big Four or anything else, do you think a win at the Grammys would bring back military exemption?
Oh, this
discussions?
again?
Again.
Oh.
I'm tired of this.
Why?
But it
Why?
will. It will happen, right?
Oh, inevitably.
Inevitably.
But,
Let's never talk about it again.
yeah. They themselves said they want to go, so like there's nothing to talk about. I've seen like Asian boss videos. I've seen like a lot of comments in Korean saying that if there were to be a standard to be exempt, it should be a very, very high standard that only BTS can be exempt.
Grammys is a very, very high
Yeah. So
standard.
I think it would be eligible if BTS were to get a Grammy. Then that would set the standards, and then nobody would disagree on them getting exempt and the unfairness of like maybe a potential of other groups getting exempt in the future. Grammys would be a very strong standard for military exemption in the pop culture, pop music sector. So I think nobody would disagree with that. But this is all irrelevant. Yeah. This is
We'll
all
have to see when what happens then.
pop-
Will BTS win a Grammy award
Hopefully.
or many awards at the Grammys? Do you think?
Suga said so they're gonna win.
Oh yeah, he predicted
Yeah.
it. He predicted Billboard
Yeah.
number one.
He said so.
got it.
네, 빌보드 핫백 1위 해보고 싶고요.
Go to Grammy. Go to Grammy.
Suga
Now
gets
he's
what
getting,
he wants.
Grammys. He predicted it. He's gonna get it.
Now once they get the Grammys, they're gonna be in the Hall of Fame with Bong Joon-ho,
Right. They're gonna
BTS.
be in the
Yeah.
the Korea Pride Hall of Fame.
For at
Jisung
least,
Park
like,
here.
1,000
Bong
years.
Joon-ho.
Yeah.
Son Heung-min.
They already are.
Yeah, they are, but
they're gonna be like the God tier.
God tier,
Yeah.
yes.
Over
I agree.
Parasite,
I
over
agree.
everything, yeah.
I don't know about over Parasite. The Parasite was Anyway, let me know what you guys think. What will BTS win?
Yeah.
And I hope this information helped you guys out in sorting out how the Grammys work and what the chances are of BTS winning one.
Yeah.
And until next time,
Bye-bye.
and use Grammarly.